All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai.
We want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth. Greetings and salutations and blessings to you sincere Akim of the hopeful members of the elect that are pushing this gospel with sincerity and truth all around the globe. All right, we the Hebrew Israelites, we come out every week to prophesy, to teach this word in hopes of waking up the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, that's who we out here to teach. That's who we out here to prophesy to. All right, we're here to prophesy against the land of our captivity, which is Babylon the Great, all right, known as America. All right, basically, man, we in the end, all right, and what we're supposed to be doing is to as watchmen, is we supposed to be constantly watching. Watching for what? Watching for the prophecies. Watching for the things that the Lord spoke of since the beginning. And we're supposed to be giving warning to you. All right? Basically what the Lord gave us through this book, we're passing down to you. It's only up to you what you do with that. All right, but right now, since we're here in Babylon, we're here in America, this is the greatest empire on the planet right now. But what people fail to realize is every empire had a time to rule, and it always had a time when it ended. Right now, we at the ending stages of America, all right?
That's right.
And one of the key things that hold the empire up is this economy, okay? Right now, yeah, even though the Federal Reserve note that you got in your wallet right now is still valuable because it's still considered the global currency that these other nations trade with. But pretty soon, a lot of these other countries are going to start leaving the petrodollar and start trading in other currencies. And right now, since we're in the middle of taking a big hit with these consecutive disasters that's occurring in the country, it's taking a big hit on the economy. Right. A lot of people don't understand, like when you have these type of occurrences taking place, it actually, whatever economic build up that you try to bring, when there's a society that's trying to build its economy, when you have a natural disaster occur, it actually sets back the economic buildup that pretty much is in place to be built up.
Builds up debt.
It builds up debt. It basically it turns into an economic downturn. You know?
Because the money that you're putting toward growing your economy, you have to go back and repair your infrastructure or your civilization in that country to then have an economy that works. Because, hey, Houston ain't gonna have no work here until they fix Houston. They ain't gonna produce nothing to help this country with their economy until they fix that city. The people can't even really properly inhabit that place yet. Hey, it's gonna be the same thing with Florida. They're about to destroy Florida too. That's 2 states that'll be messed up. Oregon's messed up. Tennessee, man, these catastrophes and disasters are about to start really straining the economy in this country. Because that money, those billions of dollars that it's going to take to repair these places, is going to have to come from somewhere.
And those natural disasters mess up more than what's on the surface. You know, say flood, another flood does happen. That also holds that drainage, that mess those drainage pipes up. Because all that water isn't used to being flooded down there or ran out of there.
I gotta go a little further. That the whole, I don't mean the saturation of water throughout the cities is weakening a lot of stuff. The dirt is too saturated. It's gonna be mudslides and sinkholes and all kinds of stuff. It just becomes a never-turning thing. You can't just put a Band-Aid on it. I think you guys.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, you careless women, for the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come.
If I may say this, I know why this brother started this one off, because that's not the original script I'm with. But really, this is going to affect a lot of you women that are dependent on the government.
Not just the women.
You know?
Everybody.
The men too. But that's the reason why you brought up this scripture concerning these women. Because a lot of you women are comfortable because you've been dependent for so long on you know, government housing, government assistance, you know, so on and so forth. But with these hurricanes, with these devastating disasters, it's taking away money that they would normally put into your programs.
Social Security
Okay, the Social Security is Section 8, and Donald Trump, he already worked on taking money from out of those funds and putting it towards his military. All right, he was talking about decreasing it by what, 40%. So he wants to take hundreds of billions of dollars and put it towards his military, man. To build up his military. And they said supposedly though that budget is actually going to start in October. So that's when it's going to actually start to happen. And you women that are, because the majority of you are on those government programs, you're going to be the main ones feeling it. Mainly the women of our nation. You so-called black women, Latino women, and Native American women. Man.
So
I don't feel the first.
let me read that verse 10 again. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. It's going to take time for these cities that are being ravaged by these hurricanes to be built back up. It's just like this. If you got a roof that needs fixing, but your car has broken down, which one do you fix first? Your car or your roof? You ain't gonna be able to live in that house unless you get your car fixed so you go to work to fix the roof. So America has to divert resources to fix the infrastructure that's been destroyed already so they can just stay above water. They ain't gonna have no roof over their head unless they can go back to work.
Hey, you niggas, let me say this, you jakes out there, you niggas, Latinos and Native Americans, y'all should know what that's like to have to fix two things to get one thing done.
Yeah. You careless women, the vintage shall fail. What's that vintage? Your public assistance, your housing, your Section 8, the welfare benefits. The women in America, especially the women of our nation, are spoiled when it comes to Esau. He has taken away their whole ability to do for themselves or rely on the men of our nations to do for them. They was promised in the early 60s to get us out of the house and Esau would take care of them, and now we at that stage. But Esau is going to take that vintage from them. The gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird up sackcloth on your loins. A perfect example is that girl down there in Houston who made that video talking about pray for her city. She's being stripped bare. She can't make the money that she used to make. The whole video was about how the hurricane has affected her ability to earn money. So she's being stripped bare. Who knows what else she's gonna have to do to get herself back together to eat.
Hey, who knows how deep she has to uproot herself out of that niche in Houston to have to try to replant that somewhere else in another place to get her business rolling like it was. Well, it ain't coming. The gathering shall not come.
These disasters, it derails any type of growth in this economic infrastructure, and as well as the infrastructure concerning the architecture, the bridges, the roads. That just fucked up everything. Man.
Roads being number one, roads and bridges.
And that costs. That costs a lot of money to repair that, man.
And Dallas, in particular, had a lot of bridges. And you seen on the news how that water had eroded the ground underneath those bridges and started them to collapse. You got to fix those bridges before you can move heavy trucks and people across these places to keep the economy moving. The economy is based on movement. Commerce.
Traffic, I think is the word.
Traffic and commerce. You can't, your grocery stores can't sell a loaf of bread unless they can get a truck to go across to deliver that bread to the store. So, and these things happen 24 hours, 7 days a week. That these roads got to be in working order to make sure that everybody can keep up with the commerce and keep money moving. This economy is based on money moving. And if every time Trump talks about he's gonna stop trading with countries that deal with North Korea and China being one of those main countries, he's talking about ending commerce as we know it. And if they do that, these people walking around here today, this shit stops. You ain't gonna see all this folly, because America, especially Las Vegas, this state is built on folly. Period. What you call disposable income. Yep. Without this disposable income, these people can't come to this city and eat their shrimp and their lobster and all this garbage and drink all day for nothing. You can't do this here. Nothing is grown in this city. Nothing is made in this state. Nothing is done here. Everything is shipped in. You gotta have roads in working order to get things to this place.
That's why Rome was so successful, because of this road system.
And now the roads are being eroded by the tornadoes, the hurricanes. The Lord is walking the earth, man. And every time he steps, he's breaking the roads down.
Yeah, the Lord is breaking this place down, man, step by step. You know, they know that they're gonna have to accumulate so much money to repair everything that's been destroyed. You know, a lot of businesses been affected by this. You know, the utility is affected by it. Okay, the insurance companies, businesses affected by it. So that's going to hurt the economy. Whatever plans that they had economically for building the economic infrastructure up, now it has a downturn.
It's been stifled.
All right, it's been stifled, man. It's been derailed. So and now that we at the end of this thing, this is the Lord's doing. The Lord is actually setting this place up to fall economically, because that's where it hurts the most. That's where it hurts an empire, man. The fall in this economy. And then that leads to what? They get desperate, so they go to war. You know? That's been happening all throughout history, man. Get that for me in Jeremiah.
I'm gonna start at 6.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 51:6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. And he ain't talking about leave, he's talking about mentally and spiritually get your mind up out of this country. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquities, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. Yep. He will render unto her recompense.
Yep. Payback. Payback to the United States, man. Everything that this place is known for doing throughout history is going to come back on this place.
It's coming back.
All right, it's coming back, man. All right, first and foremost, we can't forget about how this place was built. You know, what you did to the Lord's chosen people and what you had to do to actually build this place up. This place was built on rape, robbery, and murder. Slavery, captivity. You know? Very bitter, man. So that's first and foremost why he got to pay a recompense to the United States.
And he's doing it without lifting a finger.
Yeah. But not only that, but all the destruction that you caused all throughout the world. You know? You're the reason why LGBT pride is nationwide, international. All right? There's GMOs all over the world now because of you. You know? I mean, everything is all jacked up because of this place, man. The reason why a lot of wars didn't happen, why there's a lot of dis-ease in a lot of these different countries, especially over there in the Middle East. You know, Libya ain't been the same since you went over there. Iraq ain't been the same since you've been over there. You're still fighting in Afghanistan.
Well,
you know,
you go farther than that, huh? Korea has not been the same since you've been over there. Vietnam has not been the same since you've been over there. The Philippines have not been the same since you've been over there. Afghanistan, we go on and on. Everywhere you have touched, you have destroyed. Plain and simple. Everywhere Esau to put his foot, he has destroyed that country and them people, man.
Left his footprints for demonocracy.
Yeah. He just spread his demonocracy all across the globe, man. And the people are tired of it. And who's more tired of it is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Lord is tired of it, man.
You want to step in, brother?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
I feel it on this brother right there.
Verse 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made the earth drunken. The nations have drunk of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, what that's talking about is these other nations are poised by the philosophies of America. All right, that's what you call Americanized. You got people of other countries from around the world abandoning their own cultures just to be an American. That lets you know that they've been poised by the wine of Babylon. All right, they've been poisoned, man.
Right there, nice.
You know. Go ahead.
Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed.
Hey, take some medicine for her. Maybe you can heal her. But what is there to cure this place with? All right. The immorality is at an all-time high. All right, you don't see that going down any second. All right, it's laws that passed to protect homosexuals. All right, and pedophiles. You know, so I mean, this place is too far gone. They're teaching your children that it's okay. You know, you could be gender neutral. Don't discriminate against transgenders or any sexuality that they're imposing on people. They're forcing it down your children's throats, man. So hey, there's no way you could turn this place back, man. All right, and like we were just going into the economic infrastructure, there is no way in hell you could bring that back, man. All right, it's too much. You know,
it's already in the hole, man.
Yeah.
So with these disasters, the hole only gets deeper.
Let's get deeper.
You know what I'm saying? Then you add water to the hole. Try to dig a hole with water already in the hole, man.
You gotta get the water out.
You gotta get the water out the hole first.
Yeah.
Or you just gonna make a deeper hole. A deeper
full of
well full of water.
Hey, the only thing that's keeping this dollar afloat is that all these other nations are still trading with the dollar.
Yeah.
But the moment they go elsewhere with it, they find another currency backed by gold or something more valuable, and they find that to trade with, these other nations are going to follow suit. And that's what's going to basically destroy the petrodollar. As a matter of fact, I don't know if a brother got their smartphone on, but they could look it up. But China the other day, they're talking about using the gold-backed oil yuan to actually trade in oil.
If they do that, they take control.
If they do that, a lot of other countries, because this oil yuan is supposedly to be backed by gold. So if they do that, that's war against the petrodollar.
And they're trying to do that with the yen, right?
Is it the yen? But I believe it's the yuan that they're trying to use. It's the yuan that they're trying to use.
The yuan, right? But it's also Russia was trying to do that with the ruble. They're trying to get rid of this U.S. dollar, man. That's because America's a problem. As long as they trade with that dollar, they got America's in on the deal somewhere. So they're trying to cut the middleman of America out of the deal.
That's why they're trying to form those BRIC nations. They trying to get those BRIC nations stronger so they can lead. You know, but right now they got to trade in this dollar till they can get those nations stable enough to where they can sit on their own. You know.
Read that again.
Verse 9. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. And once again, that's the Lord being funny, man. He know you can't take no balm for no gunshot wound. Straight up. And this place is full of holes, man. This hole got sores all over it. Ain't no balm gonna fix it. You know. Plain and simple. Verse 9. We would have healed Babylon,
Found it.
but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, everyone into his own country. So basically saying, look, you know what? This holding broke her leg, leave her behind. It's like a scary movie. You always see the white girl fall, and the white boy go back to help her. And this movie here, when she fall, we finna leave that bitch. We gonna leave that hoe right there. We gonna let them the monsters get her ass while we get over. That's what we gonna do. Forsake her. You know.
And she burned too many bridges anyway for anybody to help.
Straight up.
She done burned too many bridges.
And the promiscuous one in the movie, the scary movie, is the one that fall, right?
Yeah.
Well, you should have gave it up. You gave it all the way up. I was, it kind of protects you.
Hey, like for instance, with these devastating hurricanes, the hit that this country is taking, infrastructure-wise, ain't no other country going to volunteer to send aid to help you out. You on your own. You got to come up with your own funding with that.
Well,
Didn't they say
FEMA is about to run out of money.
well, here's another reason why ain't nobody gonna help you. When Haiti went through that thing, China, Cuba, and a bunch of other countries wanted to step in and help Haiti. But the officials here in America would not let those other countries help Haiti. George Bush, Bill Clinton, they ran their asses over there to Haiti, started helping kidnapping them kids, stealing the gold that was there, and they wanted first dibs on everything, and that's why they didn't want Cuba sending no doctors to help. They didn't want China sending no resources to help. China makes shit for the whole world. China could have really helped them people out there when they jumped off. Cuba has the best doctors in the world right now. I think it's Cuba is sending doctors to somewhere else. They just announced that they sending 1,000 doctors to somewhere that the hurricanes had hit. Mexico for that earthquake and some other places. But America did not want those countries to help Haiti. So guess what? In the midst of all this shit you going through, no one's gonna volunteer to help you.
Right. Especially with Trump.
Right.
Trump, with the pride that man has, he's going the attitude he's gonna go with it is, well, we got everything under control. We got it. We don't need you. We big bad America. We can handle shit at home. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, what the fuck you gonna do? Because this changed a lot of plans that you so-called had when you came into the White House. That's digging into your pockets.
You didn't know that.
You didn't know that was gonna happen.
And then being tomorrow is 9/11, it's just a coincidence that all of these tragedies are happening to America on the anniversary date of so-called the falling of the towers. So this is just more built on top of, sin on sin, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So today is September 10th, and tomorrow's September 11th. So here we go. And tomorrow we definitely gonna see hurricanes, definitely in Florida. Maybe hopefully it go up there and hit Atlanta. Get Atlanta, because we know it's hella wicked shit going on in Atlanta. So we can't wait, Lord bless them brothers that's down now. But Atlanta need to just be washed away like the first flood, straight up.
You're going to use fire for that, because that's how the world down there.
Yeah.
You're going to use fire for that.
It's Revelation 18:5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities.
Let me say, that's only America, man. There's no other country known in the earth besides those previous dynasties that have been destroyed already on earth today that sins have reached all the way to heaven, man. America's that place. They have a place called Sin City. That's enough.
Right here.
If you know all this stuff that go on here, man, America should be destroyed and not destroy this place itself. But they build it up.
Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her words. And the cup which she hath filled, fill her to double.
And that covenant is talking about the destruction. She gonna chug that shit down, man. The Lord's gonna make sure America catch the blunt end of his wrath. All right, because for a long time, a lot of things that were happening all around America, but it felt like nothing was ever touching America. But ever since that eclipse happened, it seemed like everything's been happening back to back in this place, man. So that was the sign to let the Lord, well, from the Lord to let us know that the Lord is getting ready to start just sending plagues upon his bitch, man. And he's not going to let up. He's going to continue to do it. You know? He's going to start hitting everything where it hurts. Economic-wise, socially, all right? Infrastructurally, politically, everything, man. Racially, it's going to be class wars, civil wars. All this is going to be in effect, man. You think once these waters eventually dry up on the shores of in Texas and in Florida and all that, and in different states wherever these hurricanes is hitting, you don't think that it's going to get real bad after that? That's the worst part. Understanding how they're going to go about it after the water clears out. It's going to leave so much devastation. A lot of resources going to be scarce because you're going to have to, all the resources going to have to be replaced. Where you going to get it from? Who's going to be shipping it?
Right.
You know? How you going to build that back up?
Where you going to get the money to pay for it for them to ship it? They ain't doing it for free, because you wouldn't do it for free.
Yeah. All the people are without, a lot of people are without jobs now because it affected a lot of businesses. How are they going to keep their rent paid? Their income. Where's their source of income now? That's when it's going to get bad. That's when you start to see the statistics rise, man.
Yeah, on crime.
The crime rates. All right. That's when everything is going to be desperate, man.
Racial hatred.
Yeah.
Because I gotta get mine.
Dog eat dog.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's all kumbaya, basically. Neighbor helping neighbor. Stranger helping stranger. Because everybody else in the same boat. But wait till you start getting up out that boat and put your feet back on the ground. Now you're going to see what happens. Same thing after 9/11. It was, oh, God bless America. Lord bless America. Wait till it's over and everybody go back to their old ways and it's going to be me against you against them, and everything else. It all starts back over. America ain't learned nothing, man. That's why Jeremiah was right when he said, God damn America. He wasn't wrong. He was right on time. That matter of fact, that was the only thing righteous that he said. Everything else was a bunch of bullshit.
Look forward to these businesses, a lot of these retail businesses around the holiday season. That's going to be a real big disappointment. It's going to be a real big disappointment, man. They ain't going to make as much money as they used to make.
In that financial fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, and that financial fourth quarter, you ain't going to make as much money, man, because a lot of people are affected by this, man. You know?
That's always a sign of
That's the top
economy. The American economy especially is when the fourth quarter comes and the numbers come back and they ain't hit their marks. Usually that fourth quarter, that holiday season, it'll save you or make you or break you, depending on the situation. And this year it's going to get broke.
We're going to make their markers Home Depot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Halliburton,
you know, construction contractors. They going to make their mark, but these retail stores, hey, grinding going to cease. You know?
Hey, if I can tie
somebody could get that too.
If I can tie this in,
You want it?
can I tie this in?
You still got that, right?
Yeah, I still got this. We're going to talk about China, but more so about North Korea. They gave up their economic abilities for their people to arm themselves with the missiles over there. So their people got to struggle. Ain't going to be no Chinese New Year or whatever they celebrate over there, parades and all that, because they got missiles to roll out.
Actually, yesterday was their anniversary of their founding fathers. And they usually throw a big festive thing and the whole world was waiting for them to pop some more nukes off. I mean, set off some more missiles. But instead, Kim Jong-un threw a big banquet for all his scientists to congratulate them for the job well done, keeping America at bay, to keeping their country secure and making sure they come into this nuclear era, and they want them a seat at the table. And hey, this is what they doing. He was unpredictable. Everybody thought he was gonna shoot. Instead, he threw a party.
Let y'all watch.
He threw a party. In America, while he partying, America was drowning. Parts of America was underwater.
Yeah, and this is a vulnerable time, man. He could shoot off some more missiles, man. What could you do?
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? You know?
You want war?
You talking big shit about them testing out the hydrogen bomb,
Yeah.
but all you can do is really just talk shit. He knows, Kim Jong-un, he knows that you're vulnerable, so all you can do is really save face and talk shit, sound tough in the media, you know? They still gonna continue to test nukes, man. You know? They know you ain't gonna do nothing about it, man. And if you try to do something, Russia already said, hey, it ain't gonna be no nuclear war with North Korea. Same thing with China. All right, under their watch, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna fly. You might as well go to war with that whole conglomerate, man. That whole region. You know? Somebody else on it? You still got that though, right? Because we talking about, you know, the economic downturn of this place and how these devastations is causing an effect in the economic infrastructure. China, basically, they're talking about trading with the gold-backed oil. What's that? The yuan, the petro yuan, man. And that's going to cause those other BRICS nations to follow suit. All right, so that's more nations that's basically leaving off from trading with the dollar and trading with their currency.
Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
And what is that going to do? That's going to cause inflation on the petrodollar. All right? Because there's nothing back in the U.S. dollar.
Nope.
There's nothing back in it, nothing of value. You know? And once the nations, I mean, they're already seeing it, and then I believe the U.S. is low on gold. That's why the prices is going up so much on it. You know?
You had to give up that gold to China. China got all that gold.
Yeah, exactly.
With all that debt to America in, you don't think China said, you know what, give us some of that gold. Every time you go so far, give me some gold. Give me some gold. Ain't shit in Fort Knox. Fort Knox is a name.
Right. Well, you stupid niggas will go to
Yeah, that's just a name, man. Ain't nothing in Fort Knox.
Let me make this point. Y'all that watch TV, what's all over everyday TV? Trading your gold for cash. Gold for cash. They
Big, very big at one point, very big.
Huge. They melt that down and trying to make bricks out of that to have something. They're basically taking the gold from the people now and giving you that old fiat currency paper money, that monopoly stuff.
They give you credit for debit.
Yeah. Which is of your imagination. It's a figment of your imagination. It ain't real, you know.
Get that on you, get it out.
Yep. Let's see what this is about. This is on globalresearch.ca. It says trading oil for gold. China's gold-backed petro yuan, that's Y-U-A-N, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, market threatens the U.S. dollar. It says China recently announced they will trade oil for yuan backed by gold.
Hey, you know what? The U.S. is going to take that as a sign of war against the economy.
Just like they did with
yes, that's what I was just about to mention. Any leader that had control of their economy and they had a currency that was backed by gold, the United States went to war with them. All right, and took out their leader. They did that with Saddam, and they did that with Gaddafi, man. All right. So China is talking about taking this approach, and you best believe, because that yuan is backed by something of value, these other nations are going to vouch for that.
Yeah.
Okay? They tired of trading with this shit.
I can't buy that. I can't use that, but with you.
Yeah.
Gold is accepted. It's like American Express, accepted everywhere. Or I'm not sure what how that works. I think it's a Visa that's accepted everywhere. American Express on certain places. It says the story has gotten some press, none of it mainstream, mind you. And many have questions as to what it really means. While quite complicated as a whole, when you break this down into pieces, I believe it's quite simple and logical into Bretton Woods. Basically, what it's telling, like the brothers have broken down already. We're going to tell you what the actuality of the the article is. But we told you what it is. They don't want to deal with you, America, no more. That's it. They want to find something else that's working for them to trade with.
Sober enough.
Yep. Exactly. Right. It says for a background, China has an exchange open for about 3 years where gold can be purchased with bonds. Though the volumes so far have been minuscule to this point, and we did a lot with it, China has also been all over the world inking trade deals in yuan currency, right? Yeah. And investing in all sorts of resources from oil to gold to grains.
They've been hella smart, man.
Yeah.
I give it to them gooks, man.
Oil, gold, and grain?
Because they know these things have that's value.
Yeah.
That's value. That's what makes a currency strong is its value.
Yeah.
You know?
And yuan don't really have a lot of value. It's just backed by gold. It's just like the American dollar once was.
And to bring it back to the scriptures, that's why our forefathers had things of value. They had land, they had cattle, they had the precious stones, the rubies, the jewels, and all that.
Yep.
That's where the real money lies. It doesn't lie in
assets.
Not
in paper money.
And you know,
IOU.
I gotta say this. You know what's really slick? China has let America dig a hole with their own bullshit currency.
Yep.
They have dug a hole to China holds all America's debt in dollars.
Yep.
And the dollar ain't worth shit. So what is America going to pay with?
Right.
What can they pay with when China no longer want this dollar? What can you pay with? I got all of that. What else can you give me? They taking land. They starting to hold. They starting to acquire assets in America as far as land and different other entities. Yep. In a minute, you know how you already go to Disneyland and you see all the Chinese there? They gonna own Disneyland. They taking that. They give us Disney World too.
Yep.
You know, and all your other parts. And then we're gonna put tolls on all your roads. We're gonna fix your roads, but you're gonna pay a toll on them roads. You know? If it ain't gonna come to that, but these are their plans down the road to make them next in line. But it ain't gonna happen because the Lord finna destroy this place.
Hey, they monopolize it right now.
Yeah.
China is making big off of Babylon, man.
Yep.
And also go into prophecy was at 2nd Ezra 16.
Let me read this last line.
Yeah.
The rest of the sentence says, wait, let me read it up. So China has been all over the world inking trade deals in the yuan and investing in all sorts of resources from oil to gold to grains. They have made no secret about this. They're letting the world know that, hey, while we got this yuan can be traded for these next few years, we're going to buy up everything we can of actual substance and value with that. So like, in case it goes bad, we got that though. You know?
It's got to be more on there because it talks about what it means for the U.S. dollar.
It's more. Keep going or you
I'll read this and then you fill out some more. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, Second 15, verse 46. It says, "And thou Asia, that art partaker of the home of Babylon, and art the glory of her person."
They really want this place to live on so they can take possession of it and then they own it like the brother was saying. But that ain't about to go down. The Most High don't want this land on the planet no more. So it's not according to what they want, but they're trying to just make sure they cover their own bets. But too bad they didn't cover the Most High's bet. That's what we cover. We cover the Most High's bet. It ain't even a bet. It ain't a gamble. It's just what he gonna do. You know, he gonna shut this table down. And there ain't no more gambling over here.
House wins and he gonna take the house.
Yep.
That was the point.
Okay, come. So let me keep reading.
Yeah.
It says, back in the article, it says, with the most recent example here, they have made arguments with treaties with Russia, Iran, and many other Western nations, non-Western nations. They have also...
And those are all the BRICS nations. When you just listed what the BRICS nations, man.
Yep.
Brazil, Russia, Iran, India, China. All right?
Spain?
I think South Africa. Yeah, South
I
Africa.
know the answer to something.
South Africa.
It says,
Spaniards down with it.
it says they have also courted many Western nations privately. Remember their meeting with the King of Saudi Arabia?
I gotta say this too. all those nations are not part of the EU.
Right. Right. It says, and actually lured many of their Silk Road plans via the AIIB, which
because China also has that trade route known as the Silk Road. All right, they got the South China Sea where they have a lot of different goods coming in and out of it. And that's the reason why they want them islands shut down, and the fact that the U.S. keeps sending naval battleships over there through that peninsula. China, every time they do that, China like, hey, y'all need to get them up out of here, man. And that's a major trade route, but also they got roads that go all the way up into Russia.
The whole economy of the world, or world currency, moves through trade routes. Commerce. If you don't have somewhere, a route to take your goods, you can't get them goods to where they need. Because we were saying about American infrastructure, right? Well, that's the same thing about the world. We can't get these resources or this commerce over to these parts of the planet or these parts of the country. We can't make no money from over there. It's no good to us. So that's why it's all about, that's why Rome did that, like the brother was saying, controlled those trade routes. King David controlled those trade routes. When these major countries control the world, or nearly control the world, they control those trade routes.
That's why the Panama Canal was so important to the United States. Because it was a quicker route without going, I forget what they're going around.
Southern tip of South Tip.
Isn't that going to Puerto Rico too? Being the rich port, having all those different imports and exports coming in and flowing out.
Some ships can only make it down.
Got nothing going.
Yeah, Puerto Rico is big.
They're good now. Back then. Because they were trying to get that back to the West Coast, but they didn't want to go all the way through Indian territory. You know, they didn't want to cut all the way back
was
that way.
rich in minerals. Rubies, diamonds, gold, stuff. They took all that out of there. You know, left them barren.
Keep reading. It says, and actually lured many with their Silk Road plans via the AIIB, which was huge news last year, but nearly forgotten by Americans at this point. We also know China has been a huge importer of gold for the last 4 to 5 years. They've been bringing it in, and done so publicly via Shanghai receipts and deliveries. That's a dark writing right there. They're collecting gold also from the world. That's a currency that they still want to deal with.
So when this prices go down, gold is where it's at. They're going to have all the gold. The gold ain't going to do you no good when the nukes get to flying.
Riches profit not in the day of wrath.
Here it goes right here. Here's what you want. So what exactly does oil for one mean? In my opinion, this who wrote this, says China is basically leading a mutiny for the bounty. We'll explain this shortly. It says the only things holding the dollar up from outright death for many years has been the oil trade and other oil, another trade commerce.
Petrodollar.
Yeah.
You know, they trade oil with that currency. But if they seeing that the yuan is actually going to be stronger because it's actually backed by gold, they're going to turn straight to the yuan.
It wasn't America, Russia and China fighting over that pipeline that was going to the Middle East.
And I think it was just announced that Saudi Arabia is going to, the princes of Saudi Arabia headed over to Russia to make some deals with Russia because of the oil situation. So everybody's trying to get America out of the loop, man. They're trying to bypass America in this loop, man. And mainly to do with this arrogant ass Donald Trump and the fact that America has elected this Edomite who is bent on Edomite supremacy, and the people who cannot control him, his people can't control him, so it falls on all the American people.
Right.
You know, this is what the American people wanted. You voted him in. So there's an agreement that America is down with Donald Trump.
Right. It ain't like they just threw him in.
Yeah.
he took over power and assumed himself in
Exactly.
position. People want that, so they're not going to have no problem
No
taking out these people.
None.
He said this more, I really brought those guys up. It says, the only things holding up the dollar, so I hold the dollar up from outright debt for many years has been the oil trade and other trade commerce. It says between nations and settled in dollars. It's all settled in that petrodollar, or dollar bills, American currency. It says anyone wanting to buy oil had to first buy dollars in order to pay for the trade. So you had to come buy it with your gold for these dollars that were fictional, or bring in something of commerce that America wanted and trade for the dollars, electronics, whatever it was, depending on who it's coming from. It says anyone getting out of step and suggesting they would accept currency other than dollars was dealt with swiftly and harshly.
That's Gaddafi and Saddam
Saddam
Hussein.
and Muammar. Saddam Hussein and Muammar Gaddafi.
Yeah. That's the reason why they took them down. That's why they went over there and took out Gaddafi, man.
They were going to accept stuff outside that
Because
dollar
he had a
bill.
currency that was backed by gold.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't want that. The government like, oh nah. Obama sent them rebels down there.
Shook his
the
hand and
goons.
then killed him.
Yeah, shook his hand
Called him
and
his
then
brother.
had a sword stuck up his ass, man.
He said black brother over there.
Yeah. Hey, but guess what? You try to do that to China though.
Right.
You're not doing that. If you do that, you're going to war with China, you're going to war with North Korea,
Russia.
you're going to war with Russia, Iran,
Everybody that's got
India.
Pakistan.
Everybody that's got deals with China. Because China's actually the other major.
China supplying the world with goods.
That's what I was just gonna say. Because everybody's invested in China because they actually got something of value over there. Yeah.
America gives the world nothing but grief.
Yeah.
Let's get that straight. It brings nothing to the world but grief, man. Bullshit entertainment, folly, and grief. Don't nobody need to see niggas running down the court dribbling no ball.
Right.
Don't nobody need to see no niggas hit no ball with no sticks. That's all folly, man. It's all bullshit. The movies that America put out are bullshit. Bollyland is pulling out goddamn movies. Bollywood. You got the Africans putting out movies. You know, Russia do their own movies. America's not needed, man.
It's like a woman that brings nothing to the table.
For example, too, we've all seen that show Shameless.
Right.
Yeah.
That show started in the UK.
Yeah.
They got their version of it. They did a version of that way before America did. America don't do nothing but steal. You ain't needed no more. The world is tired of America, and the world is finna deal with America, man. And North Korea is letting it be known you ain't shit no more.
Yep.
They not
That's right.
scared of you. Them Japanese scared of you because you dropped a bomb on them. But the rest of them Asian nations, they can give a damn. They don't give a damn about America, man.
Right.
And they saying it every day. They want China to step in. There is no way China is going to step in and help America. North Korea is their cousin.
Yeah.
What don't y'all understand? That's they folks. They've been helping them. How you think they getting the weapons? How you think they getting the technology? How you think they keep eating? China is feeding them. And they not finna stop until they perfect that shit.
Yep.
And once they perfect it, they gonna nuke America just like the Bible says.
Right.
Right.
And not only that, but you got a lot of Russians that